Good evening, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Middle of the night for me. And welcome to another tournament stream. Actually, I'm going to leave you here, waiting for that room invite. And after that, I will go back to the garage. Because the thing is that we are now currently using only 3 minutes delay, which means that we do not want people to see the first 2 minutes of us actually being in the room. But I did join it and I did ready up. And my throat is already hoarse, so that's gonna be fun tonight. Anyhow, hello and welcome. We're going to start off with Premo versus Joker, so that's gonna be epic to start with. And after that, whoever wins that gets to go up against none other than Leverage. And they've been epic before. Basically, I've not seen Joker play yet, but I have had the pleasure of seeing Premo play, so it's gonna be awesome, to be honest. I'm really excited about it. You don't hear that really much, but that's mainly because I'm just really tired and it's the middle of the night, so I have good excuse to sound tired. Anyway, if you want to win a Battle Pass for March, then be sure to enter the giveaway. Post the damage that you think Joker will do in the third game versus Premo. Post your in-game name, your server, and your exact damage guess to win one of 5 March Battle Passes. And I will do the same thing for the Grand Finals later on, so there will be 2 giveaways this stream, each for 5 Battle Passes. So all in all, you got stuff to win. If you've already won yourself, you can always enter for a friend. I'm not gonna check if your YouTube account actually matches the in-game name that you're admitting to. But basically, I always like people winning stuff for friends. It's kind of like, I got a battle pass. Where did I get this battle pass from? Etc. I've had like messages in the clan like that, which has been just really cute. But yeah. We're now under 3 minutes with the room stuff, so I can safely enter the room without people knowing each other's lineup. So, in just under 3 minutes, we are going to see the first matchup that is going to happen on Desert Sands. And we're just going to have fun with it. We're going to sit back, enjoy the show. I'm going to do my best to give proper commentary to you guys. I do apologize for any brain derps that I might have. It's been a long week, and it's been a lot of very early mornings like this. Absolutely love doing it though, no regrets there. But it does mean that I do have some brain derps every now and again. Fair warning. Anyhow, looking forwards to seeing these two in action. We've seen them throughout the seasons over the years, and they've always been epic, so I'm really hoping for tiebreakers tonight. That would be the most epic. This is a best of 7, the grand finals later on will be a best of 9, so hopefully we get a lot of games. Premo in the meantime, almost completely ready. There we go, now they have 7 members in, with 2 LTs, 2 IS7s and 3 60TPs. Versus 1 LT, 4 60TPs and 2 IS7s. So basically the difference between these two teams right now is 1 60TP versus 1 LT. It is Desert Sands though, so basically the little fleet tanks might make a difference, but we'll just have to wait and see. For those that are joining my Discord, by the way, I will hand out the rules after the stream is over, which means that you basically just have to wait. That being said though, you're of course very welcome to join it. Just needs to be patient to get a roll a little bit. Less than a minute to go now. I'm feeling this tension. Basically the thing is that I always have this, especially when it's teams that I really like. I will get like this feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I know it's tension. I'm not playing, but I can just imagine the tension that they will feel and how that's going to go. The pressure is immense on them. Like, they know that with these matchups, if they lose, they're out. And we all know that we can't all win. There can only be one winner. But at the same time, I kind of wish we could. Like, all the teams all the time. I know that's not how the world works, don't get me wrong. But yeah. 4 seconds left to go. And here we go into the first game of the evening. And if things have gone to plan, then we should see a lovely amount of lovely green camos. Look at this. This is beautiful, isn't it? I heartily approve of this. Some good lucks happening here. I'm a fan of that as well. We see no damage being done yet. Even Steven barely avoiding knocking down the palm tree. They do not know where the heavy went to though. Joker is content holding in the city. Basically Webbit and Patana are, well now even Steven as well, they're the only ones that have been spotted. And now Webbit is moving away, which might be bait. Base C is being kept. Premo is holding in town as well, partly in the desert, partly in town. Tanner is crossing back over to there. And it sort of seemed like it's a bait strat. At the same time now though, there's more guns from Joker there than guns from Premo. So that might not work exactly as they intended. Webbit takes a hit there, base C is being stolen. Shots are being fired. So far only Chipotle and Webbit have taken damage though. Chipotle takes a bit more. And Tommy actually exited the base there. Delaying things a little bit for Premo. Joker Blue is heading back into town now. Tommy is also taking damage. Joker is sort of like counter pushing right now. And they are going after Chipotle here. Which isn't quite working as intended. Chipotle surviving a little bit longer than expected. Tanner taking a hit there. Premo needs to get into action. Chipotle is not going to survive another reload like that. And overall though, there's a lot of HP that have gone, but now Premo has a gun disadvantage and that's very big as well. Mako is going to get shot in the ass here and gets taken out. And so far, Joker has all their tanks still alive. Even Steven arriving to get... Tommy has been taken out, Joker is still all alive. We had a ram going on, basically they're keeping... Kakati is the first, Joker teed up are the first ones gone, now goes even Steven. It is 5 versus 3. Joker keeping their guns alive for longest, and that's going to make all the difference here. There goes Sierra. Whitetails might not make it. Tanner is still alive, but he's going to be chased down. Cora arriving to potentially take out Webbit, but still takes out Tanner before then. And Cora is now just going, getting shot and getting killed. And the first match is for Joker. Fairly brutal match. It seemed a bit intuitive here what Joker did. Like Chipotle was sort of low-ish on HP. And they just decided to push, thinking that they could get that gun advantage first. And they were very right. They got like a 3-gun advantage before they even lost any of their own. Sharing HP very well there. And Premo had their tanks just not quite stacked together in the same way. And it worked out really beautifully for Joker there. Now for the second game, we have Premo ready in 3 60TPs, 2 IS-7s, a constant bomb B and an LT versus 3 IS-7s, 1 Yo, 2 60TPs and an LT. Also after this match ends, well basically you will hear the delay is 3 minutes, so you will probably still hear this, hopefully. I will stop guessing in the chat. I do that when the match ends for me, so that there's no way that anyone can have any primary knowledge about the third match. That will be what the giveaway is all about. 20 seconds left to go. And all in all, it's kind of like you can see people trying to outthink each other in this first game. Even if it ended in like a pretty early push and brutal push. I like that you can see like sort of like the raiders going. I'm using like a lot. Let's see. Ah, look at all that green. So now we have Pramo going all the way to the desert, all of them. And they are getting spotted as they cross over, taking a little bit of a hit there. Crossfire lines happening, but Wabbit remains unscathed? I don't know. All of Pramo now in the desert, even Steven staying where he is at. And Joker is now capturing base C. No one is in the desert though. Not sure that Pramo counted on that part. Joker has safely exited the desert here. And this is going to be interesting, because base C has been kept. Tanner is going towards the corner. He might be very caught there. He just really needs to not be spotted. Even Steven takes a hit, which kind of isolates Tanner even more. Cora returning there. And now Kakati got shot from behind. They know Tanner is there now. And Whitetails is moving to shoot him. Even Steven is crossing, losing a lot of HP as he does so. Lots of Primo. Oof, that was an Amarak. That's an important Amarak. That was near full health. Oh dear. Whitetails gets taken out next. Nice little bounce there, but there goes Kakati. That's 3 guns gone. Tommy is sort of more or less being chased down here. He's not going to make it. But that will be the first gun gone from Pramo. And they've got the point advantage now by more than 100 points. They're content to wait. There goes even Steven. But it is still 5 versus 4. All guns trained on Wabbit now. And Sierra is going towards the desert to chase down Wabbit. He does take another hit, but so far remains alive. And we are going to go back to the city, just like Sierra is. T-Dub is arriving. Joker Steel is not long for this world now. T-Dub is going to take out Chipotle. Or he's not, because he bounces. And now T-Dub is... There goes Joker Blue. Joker Steel is not long for this world either. There goes T-Dub. And there goes Steel. And now only Wabbit is alive. And there's only so much he can do. He's a lone little Wabbit. And he's running and gets blown up. And the second game is for Pramo. Again, a fairly brutal game, this time working in the favor of Pramo instead of Joker. And this is honestly, this is what I was hoping for. That would go up like this. And it's these little kind of things. Tanner was the trap here. I was worried about him basically just not being left alone. It's not really like that, but at the same time, being a little bit isolated and potentially getting pushed on. But that's exactly what they wanted. And the moment that Joker turned around to deal with him, Pramo just came over those train tracks and started murdering people. So at the same time, that now means that the guessing game is over. Not a lot of entries, so I'm having a feeling that most people that entered will win something. Because the third match is what the damage is all about. Less than a minute left to go. And we see Pramo now ready with 360 TPs. Sorry. 1 IS7, a Concept 1B, a Yo and an LT. Versus 2 LTs, 2 IS7s, a Concept 1B and 2 60 TPs. The thing is that on one side, the lineup is really, really boring. Because they are choosing a variety of the same tanks. At the same time, it's those small variations that can make all the difference when it comes to DPM and basically just mobility, getting the shots in, all the armor, the troll armor and all of that. But like that ammo rack last game, it is a part of the tank, it is a part of the tank's weaknesses, and even though there are some people that are like, yeah, you shouldn't have RNG like that in the game, it is part of the tank that you choose. And yes, it can mean that Wargaming will need to balance these tanks accordingly more. But when you drive the tank, you have the risk of getting ammo wrecked. I remember that literally the very first Twister, the very first game that I drove, I was driving the IS-7 and we were on Falls Creek and the enemy had a Jaeger and they ammo wrecked me. Literally, very first tournament game I ever, well, the very first Twister game I ever did. Then it goes spotty spotty, Rabbit doing the same thing on the other side, neither is spotting the other. And they're content to wait. Pramo is holding in the spawn, Joker is a bit more forwards. We see a push happening. They want to get Joker Blue up, but it's not working. Or maybe? With a lot of wiggling? No, he does make it with a lot of wiggling. Chipotle is arriving, Joker still now being spotted. And Chipotle has to be careful, he is crossing over. He manages to make it. Oh, no, I was gonna say without getting shot, but that's no longer the case. And Joker is deciding not to cap base C because they are also noticing that there's more guns coming their way. Tommy arriving. Oof, fire on White Hills. Joker Steel. Here the preferred target for Tommy. Oof, big hits there. Pramo using that corner brutally. And the Concept 1B, Joker Blue, is pretty much not like pushed away. And there goes Joker Steel. He's the first gun gone. Pramo is bleeding a little bit here though. Shiera gets taken out in near base A. And Mako is not really wanting to make that move. Blue getting a bounce there. Mako now arriving. And that is a tricky position with those bounces. And they want him out of there. And they do just that. They chase him off. Tommy at the same time has lost a lot of HP. T-Dub is the preferred target here. But so far he is now starting to look at Tanner, so Tanner has to be careful because that's a lot of HP gone very quickly. I'm not sure what I'm stuck against, but I was stuck against something. Tanner is going to eat another hit. No, he actually fires. There's a Wabbit got ammo rack there. Honestly, that's not even an IS-7 or an LT. Sorry, an IS-7 or a 60p. It was an LT. Even Steven gets taken out. There goes Kakati. It is 4 versus 3. And RNG seems to be with Premo. Assassin running off here. I'm also like, I have a little bit of camera derping, but overall I'm very glad that it seems stable. Tender now dealing and hugging Assassin and taking him out. And there goes Whitetails, and the game is for Premo. Fairly quick, fairly brutal game again. These games, they're very brawly. They're over quite quickly. We've had 3 games in 15 minutes now. So that is the damage that it is all about. I have made a screenshot. It is in my my Word doc where I keep track of everything. One minute and 12 seconds left before we go into the next match, the 4th match of this best of 7. No real pressure just yet. It is the team to get to 4 victories that goes through to the grand finals. And we have Premo now ready with 360 TPs, 2 IS7s, a concept 1B and an LT versus 360 TPs, 2 IS7s, a concept 1B and an LT. These are literally the same lineups. But kind of like I am laughing, and at one point it is very dull to see the exact same lineups and everything. But like I said, it makes it all the more about what's being done with them. And in this case, we've seen 2 ammo racks happen in favor of Premo, and that's just really not fair, not gonna lie. Like, especially the one with Assassin on Desert Sands. It made all the difference. It was a near full ammo rack. I didn't exactly see how much HP Whitetails had when he got ammo rack, but that's not even an IS7 or a 60p. So it just makes... What? So let's see. Oh, all those green tanks though. It looks really good. They've purposefully done this. Taking the green camo and everything. Unity within the team. And it looks beautiful. Prema now heading towards the base C side. Joker deciding to not be there. Or not be there much. Oh, we see we're going to get another push, I think. With the concept 1B. IS-7's arriving straight at the back. And this time, they do need to wiggle. Whitetails has been spotted though. They know what's happening there, and the first blood is drawn. But Joker Blue is up there. And that is interesting on its own. We see lines of fire happening back and forth, but that is a pretty nicely dug in position. Until, of course, Cora decides to do something about that. Base A and B are being taken. Cora, it might be a trap. Look at Joker Steel and Assassin behind there. Cora taking a hit. A and B have been taken. C has not been taken. And Cora is careful here. But all those guns trained towards this direction. Teed up at the back there. Also ready to take a hit at whoever goes to cap. Big hit into Joker Blue there. Cora mainly keeping him spotted, I think. But at the same time, Premo is at a distinct disadvantage. Teed up, got spotted there. Tommy. Oof, that shot did not pen. Didn't even hit. Joker Blue has now dropped down. Tommy dropped back down as well. But with 2 bases and base C only now being taken, they can safely let Premo take this. Because that is basically a 270 points advantage that Joker has here. And Pramo is retreating. Well, not retreating. Changing position, rotating. Whitetail's in the middle. And basically what Joker needs to do is just protect bases. We have Tanner all the way alone near base A here. He is going in it. They're gonna know it's him. Wabbit is not spotting anyone. And he is... No, now he is spotted. So he has to be careful. And he does get reset. But oh, that was close. At the same time, we have Pramo making a push towards base B. Whitetail's getting hit badly there, but so does Tommy. That's a lot of HP vanishing very quickly. Whitetail's almost gone. Assassin going after Cora. Whitetail's is the first one gone. We have a battle happening in the harbor. But Pramo is taking over base B. Tanner is probably not going to make it. That was a little bit of fire, I believe. Tanner's still alive. Tanner actually takes out Wabbit. That last shot did not go well. And Joker still has been taken. Look at the low HP on Pramo's side. Assassin gets taken out so far. Pramo's all the guns still in the game. There goes Chipotle. He's the first one gone. But he's so far the only one gone. So many low HP targets. Joker Blue not even getting that shot in. T-Dub is probably going to take out Tommy. He does do that. But he's the last gun alive. Versus 5 guns. It's not going to be enough. And with 3 bases, Pramo has basically assured their victory here. And Cora might not survive this. He does not survive this. But now there's 22 HP points and there you go. He gets blown up with the blown up turret. And Pramo has the game. Very, like, I'm loving this. It is clever what we're seeing here. The gameplay, the moves, the rotations. But now, already, Pramo is up for a potential match point. And I'm surprised at that. Not necessarily that Pramo can do this, but more that Joker isn't quite rising to it. The matches are fairly close. But the tanks are disappearing on Joker's side fairly quickly. So they will need to come up with something to bite back. Pramo now taking a 113, a mouse, 3 60TPs and 2 IS7s. Versus 2 Yos, an IS7, 3 60TPs and another IS7. "52 seconds left to go before we go into the 5th match of this best of 7. Again, potential match point for Pramo. If they win this, they are through to the grand finals. And then Joker would be out. And I would be very surprised at that. We all have seen what Joker can do. They are absolutely epic. But right now, they just seem to not have a reply for Pramo. 25 seconds left to go. Dynasties Pro is the next map. It is small. It loans itself to super heavies, but Pramo is the only one to take one. Unless you, I'm not sure, can you count the 60p? No, it's not a super heavy. Is it? Like you have the E100 and the V case. And of course, the mouse. Nah, I wouldn't count it as a super heavy. It is a super heavy, but the humor is, the level is not quite high at this time of night. And here we go. Pramo heading towards base C. Just want to point out Chipotle is using a pink camo. Honestly. Joker also heading towards base C. They're all going to meet each other here. Not spotting each other. Oh, now they are spotting each other. We see the first damage being done. Whitetails being a preferred target here. The Yost getting some damage in. Basically, I'm showing you a pretty high bird's eye view. You can fly fairly high on Dynasty Sprawl. Little bits of damage being done now. Premo being bled quite a bit here. Joker holding. Teed up, losing a bit more HP. And now we have Premo moving in. Getting tracked there. Those Yosts getting their shots in. Mako almost gone. Tommy on his own. They're not pushing with him. He is losing a lot of HP for it though. The mouse now moving in towards them. They want to get Whitetails and Kakati on their own. Mako has pulled back. The Yosts are going after Tommy. Whitetails is the first one gone. There goes Tommy. Even Steven is barely alive. Kakati is literally blocking the mouse. Cora is... They are shooting Kakati. Even Steven gets taken out. The Yo almost reloaded. He is going to shoot Cora and probably take him out. And now we have Kakati being bullied by a mouse. But there's a lot of guns around that mouse. Kakati won't make it though. Wabbit going after Mako. Oof, big hit there into Wabbit, but he does take out Mako. It is 6. Okay, it is 5 versus 2. And Joker should have this. Tenna going after getting killed there, and there goes Shira. And a match is for Joker, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what we were waiting for. Thing is, someone said in the chat, all 60dp in IS7. Yes, it literally just that, with a few variations. But those two tanks together with the LT are pretty much like the Clan Wars tanks there. And I'm not a fan of that, Bailey, because it shows just these tanks are too strong right now. And at the same time, when you drive them in regular battles, it doesn't feel like that at all. But yeah, the meta definitely is IS7 60dps with a few variations. Now Jokers is taking 3 IS7s and 4 60dps versus 2 IS7s, a mouse and 4 60dps. So like I said, variations. The only difference here is a mouse versus an IS7. Less than a minute left to go. Primo is still up for match point. Basically every point counts. Jokers has to win 2 more in order to go through. Primo has to just win 1 more. I am surprised that Jokers is leaving behind those Yosts, because they did a very good job last game. Nah, that's pretty much it. Someone just said ammo rack meta, and yes, it is. But I do feel for the teams that do get ammo racks. In this case, so far, that's been Primo. Primo got the ammo racks, and Joker had them. So I feel for Joker here. But it's those kind of, like I said, it is part of the tank balance. And it is part of RNG, it is part luck and all of that. But yeah. So let's see. Here we go. Primo now splitting up a little bit. Leaving a lot of tanks. No, not a lot of tanks. Leaving Cora in spawn. And Joker is heading towards the base C section again. Whitetails get spotted. He is just he does, oof, that's a big hit, but he does move into base B. And he might get away with it too. Not entirely certain though, and neither is he. Oh! Big hits into even Steven there. And Whitetails takes another hit, but does make it out alive. Takes another hit there. Whitetails not looking too healthy. But so far he is still alive. Weber takes a hit there. They have the base, and that is very important. Whitetails. Oof, big hits into core there. Whitetails is definitely the bait here. From all directions. He is very low on HP. But at the same time, he's cost Primo a lot of HP as well. Tommy, now being set upon by Assassin and Kakati, but Korra is behind him. That shot not penning is all important as well. Those shots not penning. Base B is now being taken. Primo is pushing on the other side. And Joker is going to take out Tommy, but I'm going to go back towards base B to have a look at what's happening there. Whitetails still alive, if barely. All tanks are still alive. Primo venturing into the middle here. We have Whitetails now out. Joker still gets taken out as well. Tommy is still is just down now. Wabbit missing a kill shot there. Very important because the reload is quite long. He loses a lot of HP as he does it. The mouse is being occupied. Korra at the back there. Wabbit near Whitetails' corpse. Tanner gets taken out. It is 4 versus 4, but the HP advantage is slightly in Primo's favor. The mouse, Wabbit gets taken out. There goes Joker Blue. Primo is going to go through. That rhymes. But there's not really any chance. Especially since that only did 29 damage and did not kill Chipotle. Assassin gets taken out. It's just Kakati now. And Primo is through to the grand finals. Joker is out. Does he take out Chipotle first? He does do that. Lots of GGs happening. I appreciate the sportsmanship. Pretty brutal games. And it seemed like with the trap that was going on, this was going to go in Joker's favor. But actually, as they pushed Tommy and Korra in the spawn, Primo just responded and sort of fanned out from base B. And for that, Joker was just a little bit too spread out. And just some important kill shots not penning. That made all the difference as well. Very nicely played. And thank you, Blitz with Spartan 617. Much appreciated. But massive congratulations to Primo for going to the grand finals, and at the same time, massive commiserations to Jokers, because they're now knocked out. That being said though, like I'm always sad when a team gets knocked out like that, but you have to remember that this is top 3 of the server, so they've got nothing to be ashamed of. They've done really, really well. So we're going to see Leverage versus Primo. And of course we have seen that before, and that went to the tiebreaker. And we will have to see what's going to happen this time. So I'm going to start a replay for you guys, and then I'm going to have a look at who's won the Battle Pass, and after that I will start the next giveaway for the Battle Passes. I got a nice little replay, a new one that you haven't seen yet, from Miyamoto Musashi. So let's start with that in the 907. But like those kill shots are so important. And while I understand using HE to get a kill shot, it is tricky to do so. And in a random game, I would advise you to use Premo for a kill shot. It's difficult with the mouse because the mouse can still bounce it. But at the same time, you're more sure of the kill. Because you want to make sure that you take out that gun. And HE versus a mouse is always a tricky thing. It could have worked, don't get me wrong. Let's see. It's the damage that Joker did. So let's have a look at what the score is. I'm not seeing the replay, but you guys are. Still though, the damage isn't even that low. And goes to show, like, the games were fairly close. It sort of like folded at some point. But before it did, it was quite close. So the score is 13,873. So with that in mind, I am going to... Ooh, that was a chicken shot there. I did manage to see that one. So let's have a look. Everyone guessed fairly high here. Let's see. Well, the good news is that everyone that entered won, and oh, that is not a lot of guesses, which is fine. Like, it's the middle of the night, it's always quiet. So yeah, we will have. I'm just counting the guesses just to be sure. 3 and 4. So the first 4 winners are Helmi Musa, X Fluffy Trophy, Super Nubicum, and Shadow Mist Destroyer. So congratulations to you. Didn't even have to calculate anything here. Not gonna lie, in a way, that's pretty funny. But yeah, with the grand finals, I do hope for some more entries. We will have 6 giveaways, 6 battle passes to give away there, for obvious reasons. So let's see. I'm going to have you guess Premo's damage next versus leverage. And let's see. Oof, 5.8k damage in the end. Nice. Aww. Thank you again. Blitz with Spartan 617. He is happy with Daddy Cora. So let's see, like pretty much all the other replays that I have, you've already seen. So regardless of what I choose, you already know it. So I'm going to go with one that I don't know that well. Because the thing is, like, when I calculate these things, I don't actually get to watch it, because at the time I'm too busy looking at those one giveaways. Let's see, FE301 is one of the things that I know is really lovely. But when it comes to tier 8, I tend to just take the spaghetti. Because that is pretty much my favorite tank. That and the tier 10 and tier 8 versions, both interchangeable. And probably I'd say the tier 10 version. But it kind of depends on just what I'm in the mood for. If I'm in the mood for tier 10 or tier 8. Because tier 10 is always more, let's say more diehard. He is in a bit of a tricky position there though. Having moved quite early with very little information. He might be able to outgun him though. He is shooting HE. That is helpful. Nice, 3 defender has been taken out. He's being bullied here. Now he's getting potential more trouble. But so far he's managed to do pretty well without losing too much HP. And now he's with the team. Still pretty much primary target because he's a light. But he is arriving in the middle of the action here. Going after the Scorpion. Or maybe not. No, he's focusing. There we go. Track shot, but he does get some assisted for that. But yeah, I think I'll start a giveaway after this replay. Mainly just to see, give people a little bit more time to enter. He is running around here like a little flea, which honestly is the way to play a tank like this in my opinion. He is getting some nice hits in. And now he's actually more or less blocking the KV4. This is one of those games, he does a lot of damage and basically gets a very high score, mainly because he's mostly being ignored. RU is still running around as well. RU misses that somehow. And that's the end of the RU. I'm fairly certain that he blocked that shot on purpose wanting the kill, but he does not get it. And that's a lovely little ace. Cheeky little game. This is kind of like the defender MK1 sort of YOLO rushed him. But after that, he was just more or less ignored. Those are honestly the best aces, because they just happen. Lovely little game. Let's have a look. Here's the live chats. And I'm going to have you guess the damage Premo does now. Start guessing now. Entering a little bit early. It's actually 6. I forgot to edit that. To win one off. There we go. There. Fixed it. Still though, it counts. And like I said, if you won before, you can enter for a friend. Perfectly fine with that. Let's see, how long do we actually have left? 25 minutes, I think. Just to make sure. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's see, what else have I got? There's a lot of games that I've actually have seen. I've shown my prototype game. I haven't really played beyond that. I know that some of the games are pretty, let's say, toxic in the chat. I've been told that I haven't seen it. And there we go. Spaghetti 65, not my favorite camo here, but definitely my favorite tank. I'm actually really happy with how the whole game is holding up right now. I mean, earlier today there was massive issues for Fujit. And basically everything was a little bit jumpy, the FPS was really low and everything. Can't believe that penned, especially when you went up the hill like that. Let's see. I would be way too impatient for this. I'm not good at not immediately just shooting. Despite knowing there's going to be big guns there. Let's see. Shot in the face. Right now he's just reloading. It's a fairly campy game at the same time. Wow, that pattern though is special. It's a fairly campy game, but it can work really, really nicely. When you're in the corner like this. I love that shot as well. Like, you could barely see him. That one just missed, but the other shot was lovely. There we go. Goatee getting a guess in here. And we're just watching. Not much going on right now. Lovely little shot. He has to be careful. Those are... He missed him, but he just stood there. That could have been a big hit. Let's see. And they have the gun disadvantage right now. And there we go, 60p gets taken out. They do not like the orangey. $60p coming towards the corner. It is 3 versus 4. Death Star has moved though, and can get shot from there, but then moves on. And that's the end of the 60 TP. Basically, they just have to be very careful. There are 3 tanks left. And we have the pattern over there, who takes the hit. Same time, the Death Star is probably not going to hold out for long. It's mainly the threat there. Many more guesses happening now. I'm happy with that. Let's see. There goes the Death Star. We are now in a color battle situation. He does take a hit for that. But now there's just the Death Star left. Base B is kept, so their points are going up. So he kind of just has to hope to catch the Death Star unaware. We know he's at sea now. Also, fair warning, when you are on your own or you're trying to run away, in this case it doesn't really matter because we know where the Death Star is. But if you do not know, try to drive through as few things as possible. And I'm saying that mainly because of the fact that you can, it gives away your position. It makes you more easy to spot for the enemy tank. General tank tips. With Amon at 85, at nearly 4 in the morning. He is so lucky he did not get shot there. Let's see. He is playing it like a little bit aggressively and dangerous though. But he does get it. Nice. $6.5k damage. It is such a lovely tank, this. It's beautiful. I do still really hope that they're going to bring back XP in this sheet. And just total damage, I mean, I'm missing basic data. I can no longer see how long a match was. You have this, and you have the credits and the XP kind of stuff. You can see the damage blocked, I do like that. And you have the victories points earned. And you have this. But what I miss, basically the earlier screen was more clear, easier to read. I got a tune invite. But yeah, no, I'm streaming, no tuning, sorry. So we still have a little while left. Let's see, what else can we watch that we haven't watched a lot of times yet? I actually do not remember this one, so I'm going to go with that. Probably, like I said, you've probably already seen all of them. Let's see. Dwarf just said, I had a near 4k loss in my spaghetti yesterday. My fault for letting the pressure get to me. That can happen to the best of us, to be honest. And it's always tricky with these kind of games. Because, like, when I have a good Colorado situation, my hands will start to shake and all of that. And I'm pretty much... It's not a happy thing, because I won't need, like, 5 minutes or more afterwards to just recover and be able to move my hands again. I do remember this game. It was a lovely game though, so I'm happy to show it again. That shot bouncing is definitely helpful here. And now he has to reload though. He does take a hit there and he's probably going to take another. He has got some help though. And he does do that, but now the guy is a one shot. Which is needed because that one shot bounced. Oh, why I have to say that though? Wow. I've got that part. Oh, right. Now I remember that. This guy is fairly chatty in the game, which on its own isn't necessarily a problem. But he's very condescending in the way that he does it. And that is very unneeded. Like this one, I can actually get. And it's harmless. Let's see. He missed a few shots there. But he does get one of them in. Let's see. He's content to hold right now. Just wait to have his clip back. Jäger is still alive though. Then gets taken out. And then we have the grill, who struck Eden a HE shot. And that's the end of the grill. That name though, of the grill, wasn't a bounce, but okay. See, all of this kind of like useless chatter. Like, people also do that when they've died. And it's actually very distracting. There's another 1 HP. But then he does get it. And here we go. 6k damage. This is a tank I really need to play it more. I used to absolutely love it. Now I barely touch it. Ah! Miyamoto just arrived in the chat. I just showed your new replay in the Object 907. Lovely little game. Like before the replay that I'm showing now. Actually had like an encounter with a Zenith player. Not the one that we just saw, but a different one. Earlier today in game. I was playing ratings. And it was just one of those matches where, regardless of where you went, it just wasn't going well. So I was the last one alive, and I did top damage, and I gained rating points on the loss. But I got told to do the world a favor and never play ranked. So I responded to him that I can play whatever I like, and that basically he's telling me not to play ranked for over a match where he didn't do particularly well in either. And it just got kind of like a weird conversation. He was just like, he wasn't like, who asked, pretty much. And I was like, yeah, I didn't ask for your comments either. And it was, lol, ha, have a nice day and all. But I do not get that kind of attitude. Like, who are you to tell me whether or not I can play a game the way that I want to play it? I can play any game mode that I want. And it's just, it always surprises me when I see stuff like that being said in the chat. Let's see, I can do one more. Just need to decide which one. I'm gonna go for this one just because I can. Showed it a few times throughout the days as well, but you'll survive. So let's see. But it's the same thing as the GG easy kind of thing. Or getting mad when you get hit. It's a tanky game. What do you expect to happen? But yeah, I'm not saying I did particularly well that battle. I did 2 top damage and I did gain rating points, but it was just an awful battle. I do not really get how Wargaming decides who gains rating points on a loss, to be honest. Let's see. A lot of people like underestimate or overestimate their ability at the game and their right to judge. Oof, lovely hit there. A little bit assisted damage. But yeah. Play what you like, play whatever tier you like, play what game mode you like. Just do your best, that's all you can do and all you can hope for. Because that's mainly the thing about this game. It is a tanking game. Most people are more used to losing than they are to winning. And I mean with that the average win rate is like 48% or something. And I still find it peculiar that people play when they lose more than they win. But that's me. I'm fairly competitive. I wouldn't have fun in a game if I consistently lost more than I won. But that doesn't mean that people that do lose more than they win are suddenly not allowed to play the game or anything. It is all about it being a game and just having fun with it. I like this game for the tacticalness of it, basically. Tacticalness is not really a word, but you get what I mean. I'm not one for the whole stats thing or anything. I mainly just play ratings to get to 5k, which I've reached today, to get Lorraine Pass. I don't really care about the rest. And it's more just like, I will drive whatever I'm in the mood for, in wherever I'm in the mood for, just for fun. Pavel getting steadily murdered in the E4. And now there's just 1v1. And we're gonna see a little bit ring around the roses. Let's see. Also nice to see Mutsu in the chat. He does take a hit for that. But I haven't seen Mutsu much these days. He's been very busy, so he hasn't been able to watch the live streams. So it's nice to see him back. This I actually find funny because he's using the i7 as extra armor. But he has a little cupola and Bob can just hit that. But even Bob can get nervous at times. And that bounce though, he is so lucky there. And I think he knows it. But he does get it. We've got a lot more entries for this giveaway than we did for the previous one. Happy with that. I do like these new graphics though. Like, it doesn't need work. I want to get like the same data at the very least that we got before, maybe more, but not less. There's a room invite. That means I am going to take you quickly to this screen because I want to be able to accept the room, get ready, and then exit so that you cannot see the lineups. Like, they're not, basically, because we are using 3 minutes delayed right now, which is perfectly fine. Basically means that you do not want to show the room before it's up and before it's 2 minutes have passed in it, because with 3 minutes delay, the whole delay part is so that people can't stream snipe, can't see what the other lineup is, can't see what they're doing. So you need that delay, and 5 minutes is a lot, and it's not really needed to be 5 minutes, but it is generally chosen to be 5 minutes because of that first room thing. Because the first time you enter the room, there's 5 minutes on the clock. So with 3 minutes, I just need to make sure that I do not enter the room beforehand. What Freedom just asked, you take in replays? Yes, I take in replays. I will basically call you to order if you are toxic in it, but yes, I do take in replays. And I take in replays on my Discord server. That being said though, for this season, because this is literally the last stream of the season, I do not need replays anymore. I do record everything, and I'm horribly behind on videos, but that's also a health thing, so yeah. Thank you, Dwarf, who just congratulated me on reaching 5k ratings. I'm really happy with that too. It is a lot easier with the new ratings rule, to be honest. I'm very glad with that, because ratings can be really frustrating. And the thing that I find most frustrating about ratings is literally the toxicity. I can deal with potatoes. I mean, we have potatoes in encounter, in random battles, encounter and supremacy. All the time. But it is, I don't know, people are so toxic in ratings. I'm not a fan of that. So yeah, by now we can safely enter the room. Leverage versus Premo. And we have Premo already completely readied up for Oasis bombs. With 3 60Ps, 2 IS7s, 1 Concept 1B, and 1 LT. And basically yesterday we saw Leverage take tanks and then sadly change them back and forth and back and forth. So I'm not really calling out the lineup just yet until we get to like 30 seconds. Because like trolling with the lineups because the spectators there, it doesn't really do anything, to be honest. But yeah, fairly certain we will see 4 60Ps there, 1 IS7 and an LT, and probably another IS7 would be my guess. But yeah, if you are joining my server, please just be patient. I will give you a role after the stream. I give the roles myself. That's why people are like, I'm not getting a role. Ah, it's actually not an IS7, it's not an LT. I was wrong. And like before, after the second battle is over for me, I will post stop guessing now in the chat, and that will be the end of the giveaway entries. Blitz with Spartan 617 is being very generous today. Thank you so much. But he does say, Daddy Cora, best wishes from your other family. I like how he keeps calling him Daddy Cora as well. But I'm certain Cora will appreciate that as well. And here we go. 4 seconds left. Someone just said, Amunent is working with JKR behind the scene. Yes, obviously, because if I was, they'd definitely have lost like that. And here we go, the first match of the grand finals. It's the best of 9, meaning that the first to 5 victories is going to win the Money Blaster. All of green camos on Premo's side this time. Absolutely lovely. And Premo is focusing on the A and B side. Leverage doing a bit of both there. And Leverage is sort of like, I'm not sure if they're going to go in, but they are spotting each other. So they know that there's people there. And Tommy is not quite the sacrificial lamb. Chipotle is being very forward as well. But they are both capping a base. They do need that. SVN gets spotted there. Tommy has been spotted. But he does get the base. But there's a slight advantage there for Leverage. Even Steven, the first one to take damage here, fires a shot himself but doesn't pen. And Tommy now fairly forwards again. I wonder if they are going to go into base B. Now SVN does take damage. And this is sort of like communication mishap potentially. Because I think there was a yes move, no move, don't move, yes move. And Tommy is now cheekily going for base B. And that might be a trap. Chipotle losing a lot of HP. Tommy being reset. And now we have Leverage moving in to go after Tommy or Chipotle. Could be both. He does take hits for that. Oh, but so does SVN. SVN gets taken out there. First gun gone. Tommy gets shot from the desert. Chipotle loses more HP there. Primo is moving. But some pretty important shots have not penned. Base B keeps being reset. And now Primo is moving in. Lots of low HP targets though. Those shots not penning, making a lot of difference here. Using 3 tanks to take out 1 means you have a gun disadvantage on the other side. Breakable Heaven. Not looking too healthy. And 1-3 has gone. Tanner has been taken out. There goes Breakable Heaven. Darktronics takes out Mako here. Even Steven has to be careful, is not doing too good. And Sierra. Oof, Tommy gets taken out. It is 4 versus 4. Even Steven gets taken out. 4 versus 3. Darktronics lose a little bit of HP. They are deciding to go after him after all. Big hit into him. Chipotle, not looking too healthy, gets taken out. 3 versus 2. And they're not shooting the same target. That is tricky business. Cora does not get that shot in. It bounces. And now it's just Yera. And the first match is pretty certain to be for Leverage here. Because as epic as these players are, that also means any Kolobanov is more difficult. Shiera does get another shot in. And he might even get a kill, but it's not going to be enough to win the match. He does take out Milo though, but then he gets murdered. And there we go. Very cheeky game there. Leverage showing how strong they are from the start here. And it looked to be going in Primo's favor, but there were a lot of... Well, a lot. There were miss shots, bounce shots that were all important here that just didn't make it happen. Bricks by Bricks just said, just curious, why does it say that you're in Premo Clan? That's because my NA Press account is in the Premo Clan. I rarely play on it, so it's really just for fun. I got offered this place for my continued streaming and just like supporting the tour scene and everything. So right now, Premo is ready with 3 60TPs, 2 IS7, so concept 1B and an LT, versus 3 60TPs, a Yo, 2 LTs and 1 IS7. As said before, it's just a variation of the same thing. And after this game, I will say stop guessing now. After this game is over for me, I will say stop guessing now in the chat. The thing is, it's kind of what happened with Jokers, but in this case, in this specific battle, it happened with Premo. It looked to be going in their favor, and then suddenly it starts folding. Let's see. Second game, here we go. I keep looking at the camos, like, are they all using that? That's my soon-to-be corpse. It actually just doesn't explode anymore, it just vanishes. But okay. Premo again. I did love, like, the bait that they did on base B, though. Leverage going more towards the desert now. Shots being taken, but no damage being done yet. Both ways. And it looks like Leverage is pulling back out of the desert. She pulled a no, capping. Might just get away with it. He does get spotted, has to be careful. But he does get it, and then he really pulls out of there. Even Steven is asking if he stays. He does get spotted. He does get it there. 20 seconds hit. Premo, Tommy again being very forwards here. Tommy seems to be like the bait overall. Cora, Darktronics gets hit hard there. Cora took a hit back though. Darktronics getting hit more. Even Steven at the same time being pretty much obliterated here. Now in definite trouble. Getting back behind the building, which is very much needed for him. He takes another hit before he does so though. And Leverage is pushing. Premo is pushing on the other side. But they will have to push fast and hard to make it work. Cora staying back to potentially help even Steven, who might not even get another shot in. He does not. And 113 gets taken out as well. There goes Darktronics. Mako gets shot in the bum. Cora is right there though. Has to be careful. Is getting shot from Ranger there. Base B is being capped. Cora is going to be pinched here. Premo will have to make a move fast. He does get another shot in, but that's probably the last shot that he gets in. The gun advantage that Premo has right now is fast disappearing. They still have an HP advantage, but it is not that great. Leverage has 2 bases now. Premo still has the point advantage, but that's mainly because they gotta kill more. Chipotle getting rushed now. Does get a hit in. The rest of Premo has to make a move. Cora is making his way back up. Ranger is at the back in the spawn. SVN gets set on fire. Big shot by Cora in the back there. Milo is pushing. Milo is almost gone. Gets taken out. Breakable Heaven is next in line. Primo biting back here. Big hit there into Breakable Heaven. Chipotle takes the shot on SVN though. Breakable Heaven is almost gone. Tommy being left to deal with him. This has happened a few times now where basically tanks are passing by, going for a specific... Oof, nice big hit there. Base C is being taken, but so are base A and B. And now we have Sierra missing that shot. They do get that base. But when it's 5 versus 2, both of which are flea tanks, they're not likely to lose that, especially not when they get the kill and win on points. Brutal little game. A lot of, well, not necessarily trapping, but in this case, leverage was just too split up. And Primo used that to their advantage, taking out tank after tank after tank. To be fair, you have to keep in mind when you see my tank here, I don't actually play on an A, I'm an EU player. So this is basically just for show. It's lovely though. So now we get to stop guessing now. That is the end of the second giveaway. And I will have a look at who's won a battle pass later on. There's a lot of chat, a lot of entries, so it might take a while for me to actually filter through. Later on, that is. Right now I'm just copying the chat. There's like 9 pages. So there is that as well. 9 pages in Word, that is. Oh, Mutsu always did the giveaway stuff for me. I've missed you. Leverage now ready with 2 IS7s, 360 TPs and 2 LTs versus 360 TPs, sorry, a TVP. Oh wow, 2 IS7s and an LT. Interesting to see the TVP though. It's a great tank, but it's not really a Clan Wars tank. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to perform this. You don't see that much, mainly because it's not an LT, and it does have clip potential and all of that. But yeah. Primo heading towards the base B side. Of course, on the other side, Leverage is heading towards base A. Those are... Oh, no, Primo is actually not capping. Tanner does get spotted, has to be careful there because he is a TVP and he is juicy. Base A has been capped. Tanner is in the ruins. And Leverage has a lot of guns trained at him. Tanner takes a bit of a hit there. Mako has as well. Base B is now being capped, but it's taking a while. Lines of fire happening in that as well. They tried to reset him. Tanner getting shot at. Primo is being fairly forwards here. But most of Leverage is in the town or getting to town. Cora is pretty much all alone there. And that might be an issue. Base C now being capped. And 13 has been spotted. As has Breakable Heaven. Tanner taking a lot of damage there. See, that's the thing. It is a very juicy tank. Mako taking a hit. Leverage is responding. They do not want base A to be kept. They do get it though. Ooh. That is very important. Ranger losing HP. Cora playing a ring around the roses there, but literally all on his own. He is not the preferred target that they're going for. Shiera circling N13. Base B has been stolen. Base A is being contended. N13 gets taken out first. There goes Breakable Heaven. Even Steven is not going to be long for this world. Cora has been taken out. The guns are about to be even again. HP wise, Leverage has the advantage. They have the base advantage as well. There goes SVN though. It is 5 versus 4. And they need to focus on the bases. Tanner gets taken out. 4 versus 4. Darktronics the preferred target here. Darktronics wants to shoot Mako. He does do that. And now Primo is down to 3 guns. One of which is busy taking base C. Because they have to. Chipotle does not get that kill shot in. Tommy has been taken out. It's just Sierra and Chipotle. Chipotle is stuck against the rock, being held in place there. He does not get that kill shot, but does explode. And now it's just Sierra, who is not really trying to hide, because it doesn't really matter at this stage. And Leverage has the game. Fairly brutal game, again. Not really expecting anything else, to be honest. And barely, that will be a pretty low score for the damage that Primo did. No pressure just yet, though. It is the best of 9, which means that the team to 5 victories is going to win these grand finals. At the same time, they're talking about risk and leverage. Because from what I understand, Leverage sort of like is all Primo members that are no longer Primo. But that's the same with, I think, Rory and Feast. But then with Risk in Asia server. Could be entirely wrong, to be honest. I try to read the chat, but I can't really keep up with it when I'm streaming. So for the second match on Vineyards, we see Primo now taking an LT, 2 60 GPs, a Concept 1B, 2 LTs actually, and 2 AMX 50Bs. That's going to be highly interesting because they are very juicy tanks. And on the other side we see 2 IS7s, 2 60 GPs, 2 LTs, and a Concept 1B. Basically, I'm getting Asia server information in the chat right now. I haven't really followed Asia this server, and I do miss them. Because the thing is that every server has their pros and cons. And it's fun to watch. The other thing is that lineup-wise, Asia is usually behind, but even they have been joining the 60B spam. Primo again not going for the base closest to them. Base B, however, being kept by both LTs. Even Steven being very forwards here. But they do not get to reset their base. And even Steven is now in the room, and Stanner loses a little bit of HP, so do both LTs on the other side. But even Steven is in a very precarious position here. Base A is now being kept. But Leverage is pretty much digging in their spawn. And that was a camera derp all the way around. GG. We have Tanner potentially going full base C. Breakable Heaven is in town. The LTs are heading there as well. And Tanner is waiting to make a move. Which is going to be interesting. Because it's going to be 1 LT versus 2 LTs. And he's not going to want that. He takes a hit for it. But they are retreating. Hitting each other. Tanner is not looking too healthy though. Even Steven now arriving. Not yet going for the cap. This has forced a reaction from Leverage. Lightronics getting hit a lot. Milo in the middle. Primo now on arriving. Oof, Tanner getting hit there. The AMX 50Bs are moving in. Big hits happening, but there's a lot of bleeding going on both sides. And Shiera is alone on the other side. Chipotle is being murdered here. And it kind of seems like Primo had a plan. And it not necessarily backfired, but it's not working out quite as intended because they sort of hesitated in their plan. Shiera gets taken out. And they are going after Milo. But they're basically sacrificing Mako for that. Who gets murdered. And now Korra is on fire. He is just 1 reload away from also being dead. There he goes. And the game is quite definitely for Leverage. Even Steven is trying to deal with the LTs. That shot not hitting is all important as well. It is 6 versus 3. Tommy doing his best to support even Steven, who's playing Ring Around the Roses. But there goes Tommy. And we have even Steven gets taken out. They are at 1k points. They've won. Tanner survives. Leverage basically absorbing whatever Primo throws at them here. It is great to see, honestly, because that kind of sort of like intuitive mindset is just amazing. Again, no match point just yet. We're not there just yet. Mitsu, it's honestly fine. I didn't expect you to do anything. I didn't even expect you here. Happy to have you here though. 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go before we go into the 5th match of this best of 9. And the pressure is slowly building because if Leverage wins this next one, then they're up for match point. Primo now ready with 3 IS7s, 3 60TPs and 1 50B versus 3 IS7s, 2 60TPs, a mouse. Sorry, 4 IS7s, 2 60TPs and a mouse for the first match on Winter Malinovka. So that's going to be interesting to see. Neither team is using an LT here, so I would be very surprised to see action around Beta A. Sorry, this is basically the sleep deprivation. I don't know. There's a word for it. Lack of sleep. Let's put it that way. But it is fun though when you get games like this. Let's see. Pressure slowly building. Primo has to start biting back here. Primo heading actually towards the A-ish area, and B and C of course. But Tanner is heading towards A. And he's not the only one. We have Lightronics in the i7 doing the same thing. People get spotted. Cora gets spotted. First hit is into Sheriff Milo. Cora takes a hit back. Premo pushing in the middle, pushing at the mouse. Even Steven has bled a little bit. And basically now we have Chipotle and Tommy pushing that mouse together with Sierra. Big hits into the mouse there. But they will need to act fast because basically at the corner there, it's not looking too good for even Steven. There goes Darktronics. Even Steven's still alive, but there he goes. Tanner is being pushed on. And now we have the AMX arriving, shooting SVN, which is very much needed. Mako might take a hit there, but all those shots were very needed. SVN now a one shot. He gets taken out. But now we have Sheriff and N13 pushing Cora, who is very much alone right now. Chipotle only now starting to arrive. Primo is just... they're too spread out. The tactics that they're trying are not working out for them. Cora is going to die here. And then N13 will probably die not much later, but... it's kind of like Sierra on the other side. Is losing a lot of HP as well. Chipotle as well. Milo is the next preferred target. And it's important that they take him out. Not so sure that's gonna happen with this hit though. No, especially not when that misses. Oh my god. There goes Chipotle. There goes Milo. It is 3 versus 3. Tommy is on his own over here though. And we have Mako on his clip reload. It's not gonna be enough. He bounces that shot. Mako is making his way there. They need to take out the tanks and they need to take him out fast. Tommy using the building. Mako making all important track shot. Sierra taking out Ranger. Tommy getting that shot in, taking a hit, needing to be careful now. Mako. It will take time for Sierra to arrive there. But Mako is almost reloaded in his clip. And he should have this. Premo biting back, but that shot has to pan though. Oh my god. And I'm not laughing at people. I'm laughing at the situation. These bounces. These bounces. Wow. What a game. Mako making a lot of impact here with that small 50 AMX 50B there. Tommy surviving, making all the difference there as well. And it looked to be going very much the other way. 2-3 now. Anything can still happen. Bricks by Bricks just asked me, if you could play professionally in tourneys for any clan on any server, who would you play for? I honestly do not know. I don't have this skill, but assuming that I would have the skill, I don't know. Maybe Jokers? Maybe Endgame? Like, this is assuming that I would have the skill to play for that. Like, that they would actually want me to. But I would want a Clan Wars clan that is fairly clean in name and actions. That's my main issue with most Clan Wars clans. They tend to be quite toxic, lots of ego. So it's hard to choose that way, to be honest. Because I'm very high on morals and manners and all of that. Now, for the 6th match in this best of 9, we have Leverage now ready with 360dps, a mouse, an LT and 2 IS7s. Versus 160dp, 2 IS7s, 2 LTs and 2 AMX 50Bs. They're going to try the double AMX 50Bs again. And we're going to have to see if that works out. And here we go. Let's see. Premo now focusing primarily on the base A side, with Cora going the other way. At the same time, Leverage. Ooh, the LT gets spotted. Takes a bit of hit there. Oof, takes a lot of hit there. But is still alive. And Premo looks to be grabbing base A here. Cora has to be careful though, he's all alone there. And I do, well, fear for him is not the right word, but do fear for him. First shot gets taken. He does get one shot in. He's now reloading his clip. He has been spotted. He is deciding he doesn't want to be there, which I think is a good call. And he's hightailing it out of there. No, he's actually staying near. Now he has support behind him. Base C is being taken. The LTs are holding on the other side of the map. That shot hit the building. Would have been a nice reset though. That would have actually hit him. Had he been there anymore. But yeah, honestly, I would not want to play in a competitive scene, mainly because it's really stressful. I had that the very first Twister, and it just wasn't fun. It takes the fun out of the game. Tommy taking a big hit there, crossing over a bit too high. And Cora now going unspotted towards the corner. Most of Premo is there though. Most of Premo is spotted. They know that they're there. And Chipotle is moving in to grab that base. SVN taking hit. Premo is actually pushing for the kills there. Yori taking a lot of hits there. Yori, if the same guy as on the EU server. Actually an EU player. Crossfire happening. Yori can't stay where he's at. He is getting shot too much there. And at the same time he can't push forward because there's a lot of Premo there. Tommy taking a lot of hits though. Tender now having moved. Base B has been taken. A and C are Premos. Tommy being focused on. Does get a hit into Ranger. SVN is the first one gone. Tenor taking out Ranger. There goes Yori. 3 guns gone from Leverage. Premo is definitely biting back. Lightronics now the preferred target. N13 is not going to survive long on the other side. Premo is slowly but surely just taking away the HP and the guns from Leverage. 6 versus 3 now. Lightronics is not even needed anymore. They've won on points. But the kills make all the difference there as well, to be honest. And what a comeback they're making though. This is the Premo I've been waiting for. Same as before with Jokers. Jokers didn't make it. But just like, you know the potential of the clan. It is now 3-3. And it's fantastic. Let's see. Three, and we are moving to Fort Despair. Leverage now ready with 2 60TPs, 3 I7s and 2 Yos. Versus 4 60TPs, 2 I7s and 1 Yo. To be fair, I noticed that like Jack didn't even call the lineups at some point anymore. I do it mainly to notice the difference between the lineups because they're very, very similar. In this case, we have one basically IS7 difference and a 60p and a Yo difference. So let's see. 22 seconds left before we go into the 7th match of this best of 9. We are getting our money's worth, as they say. Seven seconds left. And then we will see what happens. And after that I'll look into the giveaway stuff while you watch replays. It is a bit tedious, I know. But at the same time, I do want to do it as fairly as possible. I like the damage guessing game though. Premo focusing on the, well, pretty much all sides. Leverage doing pretty much the same thing. Fairly certain way of a base C showdown. No, actually no. Base B showdown maybe. Tommy might be in trouble there. He's not going to be able to move out of there. Base B being capped by a lot of tanks. Tommy isn't even going to try to decap that. Mainly because there's no use for it without him losing a lot of HP for it. Ranger taking a bit of hit there. Base C has been capped. But it will be up to Premo to make a move. They're now behind on points. HP is very close. Leverage is rotating back towards the spawn. Except for SVN. Tenno holding. Milo is heading towards the corner. Tommy is holding behind the rock. Even Steven is spotted. But so far the only damage done has been to Ranger. And I'm just flying around because not much is happening right now. Even Steven is taking shots. Base C is pretty much being abandoned. But Leverage does not know that. Ranger taking another hit. And we have a bit of a, I can't say stalemate gaming going on. But it is fairly quiet. Milo has been spotted. They know he's there. Tenno, however, wants SVN. And like I said, it will be up to Premo to make that move. Even Steven now making a move. Might get hit for it hard though. He's now staying where he is. Tiny bit of damage being done to Ranger, only 30. Shiera is holding. This is nice. He's using that wall there, that you see, that wall, to avoid getting hit. And that shot not penning. Basically now, Premo is pushing at base B. Darktronics is capping that base, at base C. They're going to go for base B. It will be tricky though. They kind of have to make a move. That Premo seems a bit hesitant here. Tommy relocating. Base B is being capped, but probably won't be capped. Shiera getting out of there. Big hit into SVN though. Now SVN is going to arrive behind them. And you see those guns going backwards. Going after... Oof, Cora gets taken out there. SVN barely alive, but still alive. And this is pretty much... It's sort of indecisiveness here from Premo that I feel is costing them in the game here. They've lost 2 guns. Versus no guns... Well, now N13. SVN is still alive. Chipotle is not long for this world either. Gets taken out. Even Steven driving into base B. gets a big hit into Yori there. But it is 5 versus 4. Even Steven is being focused hard here. And he's not going to survive for long. Especially not when Yori reloads. Tommy, arriving back near the front. Yori gets taken out by fire. Milo, very healthy though. There's 1.5k thereabouts between the two teams. Tanner gets taken out. Mako is the last one alive who's fairly healthy. Tommy gets a shot in. As does Mako. But it's not going to be enough, and Tommy actually tries to get behind the building but doesn't do so before the reload. And now it's just... he's going to get clipped. Oof, he managed to survive that one, but not that one. And the match is for leverage. And it's sort of like... it's not the first time tonight where you see Primo pushing, but then they're pushing and decide to not push. And I think that is costing them dearly, giving leverage that advantage here. One and a half minutes left. There is potential match point now for leverage. So if they win the next one, then they are the champions. However, if Primo wins the next one, then we get a tiebreaker. So I'm in favor of the latter. Because I'm always in favor of more matches. Leverage now taking 2 IS7s, 4 60Ps and a Yo. Versus 3 60Ps, 2 IS7s, a Yo and a Concept 1B. Bricks means Lost Temple. That's the map that he misses. It's a lovely, lovely map. I like the old Lost Temple more though. But we are getting ready for this second match on Fort Despair, the 8th match in this best of 9. And then I will have a look after the matchup is over. Let's see. And here we go. Potential match point for leverage. A lot of pressure on Primo here. And Primo focusing heavily on the A and B side. Pretty much doing what leverage did last match. And we see an exact mirror happening on leverage's side. The only difference is that Primo is capping base B with 1 tank rather than 3. Tender now arriving. Chipotle has been spotted. They know that there's people there. That shot did reset the cap. And big hit into Sierra there. Overextending just a little bit. Letting Ranger shoot him. So with this C being taken, leverage is slowly pulling out of there a little bit. Not much though. And we have Primo holding. Cora now moving. Even Steven is asking Cora. They know that there's 2 tanks there. They don't know about electronics all the way in the corner over there. interesting spot to be in, but it can work out beautifully. Base A is being left untouched, especially since they know that Ranger is there and probably expect someone to be where Milo is. But it will be... I have a feeling that something is up with Cora. Not entirely certain. Little bit lines of fire happening, but no damage being done. Pretty much now again we have a stalemate game. And they're just waiting. Not sure if Cora is AFK or not. I hope not. Because that would definitely make things difficult. Pramo now moving a little bit forwards. Tommy. Oof, oh Tommy. Tommy taking big hits there. Very big hits. Nearly getting taken out in one go. Cora is moving again. Is back. But they've nearly lost Tommy. They need to make that move. But Tommy is in trouble. Tommy is going to get taken out quite fast here. Ranger. Just shot. They know about Milo now. Tommy is not going to survive for long. And there he goes. And now Shiera does not get that shot in. Is being set upon by 3 tanks now. Base A is being kept. Pramo is not looking too good. There goes Sierra. Milo is being taken out. Base B is being contested. They can't afford to let him take base B. Tenor is going up. But there's a lot of leverage tanks there. Big hits there. Into Ranger. Mako still has 1 in. Does not pen that though. Tenor is being set upon. Ranger has been taken out. But look at the HP difference. There's about 2k between them. And we're at 900 points for leverage. That is big differences. They are going after the O. Wanting to get that kill. There goes Tanner. 985 points. It's leverage. Leverage has the game. And has the matchup. It is the champion of the Money Blaster. These games though. Wow. And I have a feeling that this is, again, analyzing this sort of thing doesn't mean that one team played bad or one team played phenomenal or didn't play phenomenal or anything. Leverage played phenomenally tonight. We all saw that. But I do think that a lot might have to do with Cora going AFK for that long. Because he just wasn't moving at all, and I think that that was definitely an issue. But amazing game by Leverage. Massive congratulations to you guys. And massive commiserations to Premo. So with that, Leverage is the Money Blaster champion. Well done. First Money Blaster tournament we've had. Still very, very glad they changed the name. This is not listed, right? But congratulations to Leverage for winning. Premo 2nd place, Joker 3rd place, and LSLG 4th. So, I'm going to go and look at the giveaway stuff right now. So that might be a little while. I will start a replay for you. Got a few left, like... You've seen them, but you'll just have to live with it. With seeing games you've seen before. So there we go, that's one. Replay started. And let's see what the score is. So it was about the damage that Pramo did. Which is not that high. Just going to basically, I only trust my calculator with these kind of things. So I calculated like 2 or 3 times to make sure I've got the right number. Because even with my calculator, I don't trust myself to do it right. So the score is 11,116. So now I'm going to check all the entries. A lot more pages for this one. So we had Nisk on Blitz guessed 12.5k, which is not an exact damage guess, so that doesn't count. So that basically the first entry already doesn't count straight away. Let's see, there's the one I need. There was a lot of chat going on though. So a lot of it is me just scrolling through the chat here. Let's see. Also trying to put them in the right order straight away because that makes it easier. Pretty sure I'm missing entries. This can't be all of it. I saw more in the chat. So my guess is my chat didn't copyright. Mutsu got a lot more entries as well, so I'm not sure what I'm... Pretty sure that I'm missing stuff. Oh dear. Let me scroll back up. Lots of chat happening. I can't even go back all the way. That's not good. I'm going to have to trust Mutsu, who has been collecting entries for me. The only thing is that 12.5k entry does not count. I'm not sure why it's not letting me see all the guesses though. Something definitely went very wrong with the chat copying, I think. Oh yeah, no, I found it. Basically, my mind is derpy. It started on a certain page in my Word doc, and because another page started with the exact same text about guessing the damage, I literally just missed a whole lot of him. So yeah, that will make me actually find all the entries that I need, so that's a good thing. Let's see. Also, people guessing the same amount. So there's that as well. Which means that if there's a tie, the player that has guessed earlier will win. I was like, there were so many more entries than this. Why? Yeah. Because brain derp, that's why. Also going to start another replay for you guys because I'm still busy. You can look at another. I think it's on Normandy as well. Basically, the guessing damage is I have people guess the damage that a team does, but it's about being basically the closest. And for some, I will have to just... There we go. This is all the entries that I was like, where are they? I knew there were more than that. I've seen them. Oh, my brain, honestly. Also, like, in the future, guys, when you make a damage guess like weird numbers. There's like multiple guesses for 16,500, which means that if you're not the first one to actually guess that, it just means you're going to miss out. Let's see. Yeah, and that's where I came in with the damage guess that didn't count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Counting for beginners. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Which should be right, because with Mutsu was talking about 18 guesses, and with Nis not counting, that would be 17 then. Okay. Just going to count in the Word doc as well. 1. Just to make sure that I've got all of them. So much chat. 2. 3. 4. Counting for beginners. 'Pretty sure I've missed one now. Let's start on the other side, shall we? Basically, I'm sorry for all the brain derps, guys. It's in the middle of the night still. And just... I have issues concentrating, as you might have noticed over the last couple of days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 doesn't count. 13, 14, 15. $16. 17. There we go. I've got all of them. Woohoo! And it's pretty much the 6th lowest damage guesses that win, because yeah. There's that as well. No one guessed that Primo would do only 11k damage. So with that in mind, that means that the... Come on, my chair is not working as intended. I've pretty much, like, in all the descriptions, I've said exact damage guess. I've given an example of what an exact damage guess is. 12.5k is not an exact damage guess. So that's why it's not counted. Anyhow, with that last match gone from Wild One's Helper, that means that the 6 winners from this giveaway are Shorty40_Sniper, Collateral Damage, ABT Hoxmeister 501, Tiny Terror 22, Banmiko is my waifu, and Verifur. So those are the 6 winners, and basically together with Helmi Musa, X Fluffy Tropy, Super Nubicum, and Shadow Mist Destroyer, they're the 10 winners of today. However, of course, the big winners of today are Leverage, who played phenomenally, and on 2nd place we had Primo, and 3rd place we had Jogus. There we go, that's how it should show. Massive congratulations to Leverage, you played phenomenally. It's been a pleasure to watch all these matches. And that's it for me. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank everyone for watching. Thank all the players, all the teams from all the servers for a very lovely season. It's been my pleasure to stream all of this, and it's been great. So thank you all for watching. That's it for me for now, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.